I spent a lot of time, being various people's tuning partners up to different Olympics. I probably did 12 years of that, so it does kind of feel now like it's our time, and I really don't want to waste the opportunity, because you don't get many chances in life to do what we're doing.
The feeling when you get it right and the boat feels perfectly balanced and you're just hauling along, at top speed is just epic. And equally, when you get it wrong and you crash down into the water off the foils, then it's so frustrating, but it just makes you want to keep working harder and improve. And there's always, that sense that there's so much to learn and so much to improve.
Anna and I have very different skill sets, but Anna certainly drives the campaign. She makes every day happen. And on the water, she's just a phenomenal sailor, and her assets really make up for my weaknesses. She's really good around the boat, and I'd say she's probably the best flight controller in the sport. We have no control system on our boat, and Anna flies the whole thing, so I've got an awful lot of respect for her, and for sure I know I wouldn't have an Olympic medal without her.
He's a phenomenal sailor. I think he's just got huge natural talent and flair when we're racing. He gives trust to me to kind of keep the boat moving and driving forward. He's also really funny, on a day-to-day basis. He's entertaining. He doesn't always mean to be, but there's always a good balance between, being serious and getting the job done, but having a laugh along the way.
So I grew up in Cheshire, so not very near the sea. I think my dad got a GP14, a little dinghy, for his 30th birthday from my mum, a really beaten up old wooden thing, but he took us out in that, I guess, when we were 6-7 years old probably, and yeah, it went from there. But I just loved being on the water really from that moment onwards.
I grew up on the west coast of Scotland, and I learned to sail on the Gairloch, which is a little loch up there. My parents are, my whole family really is into sailing, so it was kind of natural that I would get started. And I started at the Royal Northern and Clyde Yacht Club, so I felt like I really lucked out being, right place, right time, learning to sail then, because that's what gave me the love for the sport, and was desperate to pursue it from there.
I think when I was about 14 or 15, I kind of first realised that there was a professional kind of circuit and that Olympic sailing existed, and I just absolutely loved sailing then, so it was obvious to me that's what I really wanted to do. For me personally, I think the Olympics is always the pinnacle. It's Olympic sailing, it's that all the classes now are pretty one designed, so it's just about the sailing and who can do the best job there, and it's kind of, that's what really drives us, doing a really nice job of all the details.
I think everyone, when you're little and you start doing sport, even just the school, you already at that point you've heard of the Olympics, you know what it is. So yeah, for me, from a really young age, I just loved sport. I loved all sports, and as soon as I knew what the Olympics was, I thought, that's what I want to do. I want to get there. It's such a huge event, and it brings the whole world together, I think, and it unites nations and countries. It's a really phenomenal thing.
I mean, for Anna and I, Tokyo was our first Olympics, and for me personally, it was it was a 20-year journey to get there. I had multiple disappointments along the way of my discipline being dropped. Yeah, and it took a long time to really learn what was required and what we needed to do. So to qualify for the games was one thing. It was not ashamed to say, I cried when we were selected. It meant that much after such a long journey to get there. And then to go there and win a medal was kind of, it was a dream come true, and an unbelievable relief. One, to show ourselves that we could do it, and two, just we've had, it has been a long journey, 20 years, and so many people have helped us along the way, and just to say thank you to them in a way, and that all their support was worth it. We were over the moon, and I think especially for John,
he'd been trying to go to the Olympics for so long and been so unlucky in so many ways to be there with him, and to have helped him to get to that as well was just, yeah, it was so special. Yeah, feeling this makes me a bit emotional now, even just to think about it.
I mean, I think it's really hard to describe winning a medal. We've won quite a few medals in various competitions over the time, but you know, in Tokyo we knew we hadn't got a gold medal, and we really felt like we'd won a silver medal. You know, there was no disappointment about not winning gold. You know, it felt like we'd really won that silver medal, and yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a combination of, you know, just amazing joy and utter relief that you were able to do it. But yeah, you can't beat that feeling, and I'd love to feel like that again.
We try to sail as many days as we can, you know, 300 days a year, and that's kind of what you have to do these days, because you know that's where the level's at. The whole level of across every nation, I think, has got way more professional. And everyone's doing a huge amount of sailing, everyone's pushing really hard, you know, everyone's putting funding into their nation's Olympic programs. And so for us, you know, you have to do more than they're doing, and to do that is a real challenge. You know, we see what our competitors are doing and we try to match at least, or do a little bit more, because that's the only way you're going to get better. But yeah, it's relentless, but at the same time, we're doing what we love, and I think it makes you feel alive. You know, we're living and we're just enjoying it for as long as we can.